All right, well, Treynor wins nail-biter here tonight. 26-25 here on the road over at AHSTW. Now here with a couple of contributors tonight, Brady Phelps and Aaron Emke. And guys, just start us off. Give us maybe your thoughts, your takeaways here from that one. Came down to the end a little bit there.
Oh, we just had to trust our offense. Ben Casey got knocked out in the end. We didn't pucker down. We just had to throw everything at him. That's what we did.
I just kept telling the guys, we got to stick with it. We got our best QB down. We just got to keep going, grinding. We're family. Got to stick as one. That's what we did.
So, and obviously, you lead that big touchdown drive there at the end that gives you guys the lead there. I mean, just kind of talk about, that drive, what was working for you guys.
Well, nothing was really working. It was all just crapshoot, really. But I was supposed to throw a screen to Carson, and I saw green, and baby, I ran.
Certainly. And on the defensive side, Brady, you guys were able to come up with a couple of big stops there late in that one. Just got to speak overall to kind of your guys' performance, especially you guys up front there getting in the backfield.
Oh, we just had to trust our coaches. They knew what they were doing. We had to change up our defense a little bit to deal with their run, but what we did was amazing. And just everyone on the field, all 11 people did amazing, did their jobs perfectly.
So, obviously, you got back to yourself a couple of times here tonight. Kind of talk about, your performance here this evening.
When I just saw Luke Sternberg over there, I knew I had to make a play. If I saw him running my way, I could not get blocked. I just had to go make the play, head hunt for him, and just get him down. Same with the quarterback. Just find out where he is. Don't let him outside of me, and just force him in, like my coaches taught me, and just tackle him.
So obviously in that second half, Aaron, obviously you stepped in there, take some snaps under center. Obviously when Ben got injured there, just kind of talk about, stepping into that role and obviously, keeping you guys afloat there on offense.
Well, I used to play QB back in the day. I was pretty good. And coming to Thursday's practice, coach goes, second team O, Aaron, you're the quarterback. I was like, oh, shoot, gotta go. And I just asked the guys what I was supposed to do, and I pretty well know some of it. And so I was just going for it.
I also kind of want to talk about the special teams. Obviously, two big-time punt blocks that end up in a touchdown for you guys. Obviously, big difference in this one. Kind of talk about, obviously, that punt block team for you guys.
Yeah, we practice that all the time. We practice punt block. We practice special teams a lot. We dedicate a lot of times to it so we can get in moments like this. Shout out to Josh Weiss. He's our special teams coordinator. He does a really great job.
So good.
Certainly, and obviously, Brady, you guys get a big district win here tonight. Obviously, kind of cement your guys' self-potential here in these top two seeds for this district. Kind of talk about how big this win is for you guys.
Oh, it's huge. We're gonna celebrate it for a little while, but we just gotta go beat Underwood now. If we beat them, we're gonna be at the top of the district. That's what we want. That's what we're doing.
So congrats on the win tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Once again, Treynor 26-25 winners here tonight on the road over AHSTW. Big district win for them. Here now with head coach Jeff Casey. And coach, obviously, you just managed to come down the wire there again at the end of that one, but you'll get away with the win here tonight. Just thoughts and maybe takeaways here from this one.
Yeah, that was a tough battle. They're a good football team. We knew they would be coming in. We had to be prepared for everything, and there were some unexpected things that happened tonight, and some guys had to step into some roles they're not used to, and just proud of. Again, a couple weeks ago we had a similar situation, a little bit bigger comeback. A couple weeks ago we had to do it at the tail end than this. This was kind of a long-term thing. I just felt like we were behind the whole time, and but we were close and we were within shooting range there. And so, the kids come off the field, timeouts, change of possessions, and I just kept hearing them say, "Hey, stay calm, next play." And there's some penalties there at the end that we had, and you could hear guys going over and just saying, "Hey, calm down, play's over, move on to the next one." And so I'm really proud, as their coach, to hear those sorts of things, just that level of maturity from them, and being able to kind of flush that bad stuff out and move on to the next play.
Obviously, you mentioned guys stepping up. Obviously, Ben Casey gets hurt there late in that game. Aaron Emke comes in, steps up, has a rushing touchdown, referred to his name, obviously, from that quarterback spot. Just kind of talk about Aaron stepping up in that role tonight.
Yeah, Aaron, he's a gamer. He's always been that way, just kind of we call him the gunslinger. He used to play quarterback a couple years ago, and last year he volunteered to move out to a different spot and help us out there. And so it's not like he had never taken a snap before, but it's been a while. So we were running a different offense the last time he was quarterback. And so big change for him to come in. He did take a few snaps this week in practice just out of preparation. But, big time moment for him. But just little things. He's always thinking. There was a play early in the game that I had called a formation and a motion, and he happened to be on the sideline. He came up and grabbed me and said, "Coach, we can't motion that guy out of that formation." And so he corrected me on it. We were able to get it changed. And so he's just quick thinking like that all the time, and always ready to go.
Certainly, and obviously on the defensive side, you guys were able to get in the backfield quite a bit tonight. I just kind of speak to that, obviously, kind of your defensive front's performance here this season.
Yeah, I mean, another awesome game from. They've been awesome all 5 games this year. It's those defensive linemen. They just play with a tenacity, and we preach chaos all the time on our defense. Let's cause chaos and fly around and fly to the football, and those guys really lead the way. We had a bunch of linebackers rotating in, some new guys getting snaps, and maybe some different positions a little bit. And even on the back end, our secondary, all those guys chipping in. And, again, some different guys getting an opportunity to play tonight and really stepping up.
So one of those guys was Brady Phelps. He got in the backfield a few times, and I kind of speak about his performance here this evening.
Yeah, another senior, just kind of grinding it out. We got a lot of those guys that, they just quietly work and grind it out, wait for their opportunity, and it's a great feeling to have 1 week one guy step up, and the next week it's somebody else, and the next week it's somebody else. And Brady was one of those guys that stepped up tonight, and he was all over the field defensively for us and creating a lot of that chaos that we want.
So, and obviously, you can't go without mentioning, obviously, special teams tonight had a pretty big impact on this game. I think there was 4 block punts out here, and obviously the 2 for you guys result in special teams touchdowns as well. Just kind of talk about that punt blocking unit for you guys. Yeah,
we spend probably an unusual amount of time on special teams. We always have. It's really important to us, and we try to get our best players on those units to try to get those big splash plays, those game-changing plays. And so we were due for something in special teams. We hadn't really had an opportunity for any big returns yet this year, and we had a couple decent returns tonight that got the ball to midfield. And but in those punt blocks, I mean, obviously that's a game-changing stuff right there. And not real happy with us getting 2 punts blocked, especially the last one there at the end of the game. But to be able to convert our blocks into touchdowns, obviously that's huge.
I mean, kind of talk about the second one. I believe the second one brought it back to a 5-point game there. I mean, just kind of talk about how big that was for you guys to obviously make that a 1-possession game there late.
Well, it was huge because it came right after Ben had gotten hurt too, and so it was a little uneasy on the sideline. We got some other injuries at the QB position, and so it was one of those deals where I didn't want to run him a whole heck of a lot tonight, just out of necessity. But he made a great read on that pole and picked up 5 yards, and then unfortunately the injury there. But so we were just kind of really flat, and we needed something to pick us up. And so I don't even know who blocked it. I know Jet Sorensen recovered it in the end zone, so really happy for Jet. But I think Alec Bain blocked our first one, and Bradley Stock scored that one. So that was the momentum changer that we need, kind of that igniter right there.
So obviously, big district win for you guys on the road. I mean, kind of how significant is a win like this for you guys here as we get past the midway point of the season?
Every win is significant. I told the guys after the game, winning is hard, and the longer I've done this and the older I get, the more I accept that fact that it's really hard to win, especially when you play a team like AHSTW and all the other teams on our schedule. It's tough, and you got to bring your A game every single night. And we preached before the game every single rep, and so we had some numbers we were throwing out there and some slogans we were kind of rallying around to get guys to try to execute perfectly on every rep tonight. But yeah, it's a huge win for us, district win. So we're gonna savor it. We're gonna enjoy it. We'll enjoy it for about 24 hours or so, and then we gotta move on to the next one. So they're gonna keep coming.
So obviously, you go on to another big opponent next week, Underwood. Just kind of thoughts about heading into another big district matchup next week.
Yeah, I got to take a breath tonight. We'll get the film loaded up tonight. I'll watch the film tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go watch my Huskers. Hopefully win tomorrow, and then when I get home tomorrow night, I'll probably turn my attention to Underwood. But you kind of know what you're gonna get with them. They've been kind of the top of the heap here the last 4 or 5 years. And we got to be ready to roll. We got to play our cleanest game of the year next week. But I know the guys are excited for it. They're up for it, so we're ready to get to work.
So congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thanks. Appreciate it.